Good morning. It is time for our daily dose of self-love, giving our bodies, our hearts and souls what it needs, feeding it exercise, stretch, strength, fuel, and love. Here we go. Let's get started. I'm going to start with one of my cards from the Super Attractor deck. That will be our mantra through this practice. Whoop, one fell out. That must be it. Here we go. My genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Wow, this card is so dead on. It could not have been more dead on for what I'm experiencing and living and evolving into right now. My genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Take that on. That is a beautiful mantra written by Gabrielle Bernstein. We will continue to use that mantra throughout our practice. Let's get ready. I am seated on my booster. These are great. Love them. And here we go. Rolling those shoulders back, getting nice and comfortable in your seat. Rolling your shoulders forward, one at a time, starting to work out those rotator cuffs. And let's stretch our head from side to side. Inhaling and exhaling on each movement. And opposite. Forward. Chin to your chest. Keep that back nice and tall. Our intention for today is acceptance. Accepting compliments. Accepting, receiving all good things. My genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Let's turn our palms up so we can receive love, light, and energy through our practice. Just take a moment. Find your breath. Fill up that belly and let it all out as you exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Taking your right hand on your mat, walking it out to the side. Left arm up and over your head. Keep your elbow close to your ear. And stretch over. If you would like a deeper stretch, walk that hand down even more. And breathe. Each moment has an inhale and exhale, switching sides. Taking that that right arm up over your head. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling. When we move into different positions and our body moves into different split spaces, our body feels constricted. And our breath doesn't feel as deep. We need to be able to adapt to that new position and find our breath, deepen that breath. Instead of making the breath shorter and tighter, find the longevity, the nice long stretch of the breath from the chest, the lungs, and the belly. Coming back to your seat with your palms up. We're going to receive that my genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Putting your hands up and over your head and dropping that neck. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. This time when we exhale, let's give it some oomph. And again, inhale. I want to hear you exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. When we make sounds through our breath, that's nourishing and replenishing and giving our body love. It's resetting our nervous system. You can feel the vibration through your center. You can feel it through different parts of your body. Wherever you're feeling it, focus on it. Let's heal from the inward out. So place your hand on your belly. I have my left hand on my belly and my right hand on my heart. And we're going to do 3 breaths at our own rate with that nice big ah sound. Here we go. Ah. Pushing out that belly when we exhale. Inhale. Ah. Pressing out, feeling the calming that's happening inside of us. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Okay, if you have a booster, removing your booster. And let's put our legs out in front of us. Feet flexed to the sky, reaching up, grabbing in all that great positive energy that we want to bring into ourselves and our bodies. Now, if you cannot touch your toes, touch the floor, touch your knees, touch your ankles. Every position can be modified. Stretching from your hips forward and breathe. Keeping your eyes closed, adapting to the sounds, the smells, the way you feel, your mat, feeling grounded. Keeping that belly button tucked into that spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Letting go of that resistance and just moving in a little deeper to yourself. With every inhale and exhale I take, I'm able to make more space in my body to kind of stretch out, be a little more flexible in those areas that I feel resistance. One more long breath. Okay, from here, sitting up nice and tall, rolling through the spine. Taking your back leg, crossing it over your front leg. Taking your back hand, putting it behind you for support. Taking your front hand, lifting it up to the sky. And your elbow is going to meet your knee. Elbow meets your knee. That back hand walks out a little bit. And we're going to turn and do a nice spinal twist. Turning your eyes, your chin as far as it can go. Back to the camera. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep breathing at your own rate. And lifting up and through. crossing that front foot over, dropping that front arm, taking that back arm up, meeting your elbow to your knee, keeping that front foot flexed, and twisting. Keep your eyes moving. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, dropping down to your forward fold. Inhaling. And exhaling. Great job. Bringing those feet into a butterfly position where our feet touch. You can be out here. You can put 2 blocks underneath of your legs for support if needed, or 2 towels. You can bring in these legs towards you as close as you'd like. And we're going to do some cat-cows in this position. Here we go. As we cat-cow, we remember our mantra for today. My genuine desire to serve clears my path for me to step into my purpose. Here we go. Cat, cow, forward. Inhaling. Exhaling into a cat. The isolation never ends. It keeps moving. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Do 2 more at your own pace, keeping that isolation moving, never coming to a pause. Good job. Let's come over top, onto our knees, onto a table. Keeping your knees aligned with your hips, flipping those 10 toes over, and pressing those finger pads into the floor, lining up your shoulder with your wrist. And we're just going to bend, keeping your tummy tucked in, and straighten. And bend, tucked in and straighten. Tuck in those elbows. Bend, tuck in and straighten. And bend, tuck in and straighten. Stretching that spine, keeping a nice flat back. Keeping your belly button pulled to your spine and not holding your breath. So let's breathe in. Exhale, drop. Breathe in. Exhale, drop. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, drop. Inhale. Exhale, drop. Good. We're warming up those arms. Let's spread our legs back a tiny bit. We're going to press our hips, our waist back, everything down through your arms, through your shoulders, down your back and into your hips. Stretching up and paddling out into that downward dog. Paddle the dog. Walk the dog. Take the dog for a walk. Your gaze is forward, or you can let your head hang. Stretching out all 10 toes. And we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8. Your knees can be bent. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to come up and over, forward onto all your 10 finger pads. Your wrists, your hands are holding you here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to a downward dog. We're going to take that front leg up into a 3-legged dog, pressing back into our hips. not forward into our shoulders. And we're going to bring that knee forward. Tap the elbow. And stretch back up to a nice three-legged dog, 6 o'clock. Bring it into the opposite elbow. And stretching back up. And finally, we're going to place this foot right in between our hands into a nice runner stretch. When you get here, make sure that your ankle is lined up with your knee. We're going to drop your back knee, flip that foot over, and come up. Hands are on your knee. You're going to sink down a little more, allowing that back hip to relax, to stretch. And we're going to bring our arms up and over our head. Gaze is up. Breathe. Bringing both arms down, flipping that back foot back up. Keeping that back hand down and opening that front arm. You can even drop that arm behind your back for a deeper stretch. Pressing your heart forward. Many breaths here. Arm back up. Take it back down. Pick up this right foot, take it back to a plank, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pressing back into a downward dog. You can walk your dog. And then let's get ready. We're going to lift our back foot up to the ceiling and bring it in and touch your back elbow. Bring that back foot back up to the ceiling and bring it in and touch your front elbow. Using your abs, using your core. Back foot up to the ceiling and finally bringing it up and through our feet. You may need to readjust a little there, that's okay. Dropping that back knee, dropping that back foot, coming up to your knee and deepening that stretch. Pressing that front hip forward, keeping nice posture and alignment. Your shoulders, your ears are on top of your shoulders are on top of your hips. Your body is squared with the wall in front of you. And now both hands down, pick up that back foot, that back knee, all 5 toes are on the ground. Front hand stays down, back arm stretches up, wrapping it back, twisting that heart to the ceiling, looking up to the ceiling, keeping your belly button engaged, your back knee straight, and breathe. Taking that arm back up, putting it back down. We're going to step this back foot forward into a forward fold. Put a fist in between your feet to make sure you have enough space. I'm going to step back a little. And hang down, whether your hands can touch the mat, touch your knees, touch your shins. It doesn't matter as long as you're coming out from your hips and folding forward. In a standing forward fold. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. At your own pace, find your breath. Keep your eyes closed. Listen to your senses, your other senses. What does your mouth taste like? What sounds do you hear? What smells do you smell? What do you feel? After taking your last breath, you're going to bring your palms, your hands to your knees. And you're going to stretch out that back so it's nice and flat, keeping that belly button to the spine, shoulders pressed back. Inhale. Exhale, drop down. Let's do that again. Inhaling up. Exhaling, dropping down. Now from here, if you're not at the top of your mat, take a walk to the top of your mat. We're going to put our front foot back. Come up to our knees. Woo. Find your balance. We're going to turn that back foot in so it's facing me, and take your arms out to the sides to warrior one. Opening your front hand, your palm up, leaning forward, taking a nice deep stretch. And we can put our hand either on our elbow here or down at the floor and reach to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling. Shaking, trembling is good. It's your body's way of getting out all the junk. And coming back up. And we're going to reverse warrior. I'm going to straighten my leg. And I'm going to drop down that back for a little more of a stretch over here in my hip. And we're going to windmill. Back arm, front arm down. Take your front foot, put it back behind you. Let's throw in a push-up. Walk, step, or jump to the front of your mat. Stretch up. Open your feet, just fist distance apart. Plie, bend those knees, stretch those arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Taking your arms to the lower back, elbows pressed back, chin up. Giving yourself a little back bend. Now, I'm going to step to the back of my mat and turn this around for you. Inhaling up. Swan diving down. Taking my front foot back. Readjusting if needed, making sure that knee is in line with your ankle. Taking both arms up. Pressing all 5 toes back on the ground. Bringing those arms up and over my head. And then turning forward. So my back foot is facing you. My front foot is facing the wall. Inhaling. Exhaling. Turning that palm up. Open to receive. Leaning forward. Keeping those arms nice and strong. Adapting to our breath and reverse warrior. And I'm going to take it back a little further, straightening my front leg. And let's windmill back down to your front foot, taking your front foot, meeting your back foot. We're going to give it a nice push-up right here. Very nice. And press back into downward dog. And let's lift up and back over. Murkata Chaturanga down, which is a very slow motion. Our elbows comes into our sides and we hover, and we don't touch the mat. We just hover here, using our muscles, our core, our strength, pressing forward the tiniest bit, turning those toes over, and then pressing all the way up and through. Relaxing those shoulders, dropping them. And finally, opening our knees to the length of the mat, touching our big toes together, pressing back into child's pose. Our head is down. Find your breath, catch your breath, bring your breath back to you. Rolling your forehead side to side, giving it a nice massage. Now coming up, finding your seat, back from the beginning. I'm going to take my booster and use that again. That felt great. Arms up over your head, gathering all good energy, asking for the universe to send you all of your protectors, your guides, your angels to come into your life and fill it with love, joy, happiness, and freedom. Putting our hands together, and our thumb is going to point to our forehead. And as you take your breath, you're going to say, I will always let my thoughts, pointing to your heart, touch my heart before they reach my lips or fingertips. Namaste. In order to close out this practice, I invite you to lie on your mat in Shavasana. On your back, I will show you what it looks like. Lie here for about 2 to 3 minutes, letting every crevice, every muscle sink and relax into the floor. Palms facing up to receive, relaxing those shoulders, your head, your jawline, under your knees, your toes. Wiggle them, shake everything out, and then You're welcome to finish your practice here. You may lie here for 3, 5 minutes, whatever you feel. Just taking this time for you is so important and so valuable to start your day. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you in the future, maybe at some of my in-person classes. Hop over to aubreyconley.com for more to see all good things that are happening.